Hey YouTube, it's Derek here. So in my other videos, I know they've been pretty short and I haven't put a lot of description into them. So I know I'm still really shy and awkward on video, but I'm doing my best. I'm really glad that I have people actually watching my videos. One person watching my video, I'll keep doing them. So um, I actually have like this little list of things that I wrote down to talk about. So today is July 24th, 2013. I am on 3 weeks. Let me rephrase that. I've been on testosterone for 3 weeks now. There's a couple of random things that I want to talk about, I guess. So I know I never had a coming out or pre-testosterone kind of video or anything like that. So I'm going to touch bases a little bit on when I came out to my family. I first came out to my mom and my two sisters. When I came out to my mom, she didn't really have much to say about it. She was just like, oh, okay. Her nor my sisters really knew what being transgendered meant, so they didn't really have much to say about it. They're slowly starting to catch on and see what it means to be trans. I live 6 hours away from them, so I don't get to see them that often. So I guess when I go back home for like my drill weekends and stuff, they'll see the changes and understand what I'm talking about. So I came out to my dad after that. It took me months. I had no idea what to even say to him, how to say it. I didn't know if I wanted to tell him in person, over email, through text. So one day when I was at one of my drill days, I just sent him a text and I was like, I'm trans. I don't know if you know what this means. I don't know if my sisters have told you anything, but pretty much I want to be a guy. And it took him a couple days to text me back, but he texted back and he was just like, I'm your dad, I'll always love you. Me and my dad didn't really talk a lot beforehand anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal that he's not talking to me because we don't really talk in the first place. Let's see. Obviously, I came out to all my friends without it being a big deal. I knew all of my friends are like really open-minded. They don't judge anyone, so that was probably the easiest. Well, besides my fiance, obviously, she's my biggest supporter, so that was easy. And she goes to school and takes a lot of classes on like LGBT. She does a research project about trans people, so she has a lot of experience with that kind of stuff, and she understands, so it's really nice. Next subject I want to talk about is my binder and my packer. So I don't have a packer yet. I just ordered it yesterday, so I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. I actually never thought that I would order one, but I decided that I feel like I really am having a hard time passing. It's actually when I approach somebody, they look really confused, like they're not sure, so they just call me sir. And then I start talking, and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, actually, you had it right. It is sir. But I kind of find that a little bit awkward. I don't really know what to do in that situation, so I'm just like, oh, it's fine, whatever. So I'm hoping the packer will kind of give me more confidence and help me feel like I pass more out in public. Next thing is my binder. So I have a tri-top size small binder. This is what it looks like. I kind of feel like at some points it makes me feel like I have a really buff chest. I know I kind of wear tight shirts, but that's just how I wear my clothes. My biggest problems I have with it is like right here. It totally like, see, it cuts into my skin right there, and it gives me like this roll That's kind of embarrassing, and I always try to pull it up and then it digs into my skin even more. So if anyone has any suggestions on I don't know if I need a bigger size or if I just need to wear bigger t-shirts until I get top surgery, or if this is how it's supposed to look. I don't know. I just feel like I don't pass at all. So, I don't know. People still think of me as like a butch or dyke, whatever term you use, lesbian. So, I don't know. It doesn't bother me so much right now. The next thing I wanted to talk about was I got a job interview at Subway, and I emailed this lady because I did not want to walk in there and come out to her in person as trans. So I emailed her and I was like, oh, by the way, I wanted you to know that I'm transgender. I didn't want it to be awkward when I came in, so I'm just letting you know ahead of time, blah, blah, blah. And she emailed me back and said that she doesn't hire people off of that kind of stuff. It's off of blah, 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 blah. So I felt pretty confident going in there. And then, so I get in there and I feel like she was trying to find all these reasons to, like, stop the interview or make it so that I couldn't work there. Because the first thing she said was, we don't allow people to take smoke breaks. If you come into work smelling like smoke, you got written up right then and there. And I was like, okay, well, I smoke when I drink, and I like randomly have one cigarette a day, like really randomly. So that wasn't a big deal for me. The next thing she said was, you can't have any visible tattoos. And I was like, well, I have these two, and I have this one right here. And she was like, well, I'm really sorry, but there's kind of no point in going on with this interview. So that was the end of that. I don't know if she's just really strict on the way people look, or if she was trying to find reasons to not give me the job. Either way, I got a job offer at Walmart for an overnight stalker, starting out at $10.40 an hour, which is pretty much why I took the job. It is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., which is going to be hard to adjust, especially when I start school, but it'll be worth it. When I was at the interview for this job, I didn't tell them that I was trans. I have not told them that I'm trans. I don't really plan on telling them that I'm trans. It's an overnight job, so I'm not really worried about it. If people have any suggestions whether I should or shouldn't, or if it even matters, I would love to hear it. So the last thing is my changes. They're not really any changes that people would notice. I have noticed that I'm a lot more irritated with small things that normally I wouldn't be irritated or mad about. It's not like I'm a complete asshole when it comes to like those things, but I do get irritated a lot more quickly and easily. But I've found ways to get past that. I am noticing that when I do eat, I feel really hungry, and every time I eat, I never feel like I'm full. So I'm sure that's normal. The last thing is I've had some bottom growth. I haven't really had much of a crazy sex drive. I mean, my sex life is decent, good, so not really worried about that. Anyways, I think you guys should subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I would love for you guys to leave comments, ask any questions you want. I'm really open to anything, and just remember, I am trying my hardest to not be awkward and shy on video. So I will make another video probably at my 1 month. So peace.